getting old. I live like every day like it's party until the money runs out. I'm gonna work until I die. Well, you may get tired of going to work. Getting older happens every day. Maybe a little planning will give you a better outcome.
Hello, this is Ernest Burley Jr., your certified financial planner, your NFLPA registered player financial advisor, your chartered financial consultant, your investment advisor representative. I hold the Series 6, 63, and 7, so I manage portfolios with a securities license. I'm also an author of 2 books on money management. First book being Money Management Easy as 1, 2, 3. Heard it's pretty good. And Money Management from Grade School to Grad School. Heard that's a great book also. So please check those out. They're on Amazon, so please check them out. I have different people ordering those books from different states, actually, organizations teaching financial principles to children, youth, and adults from those 2 books. So please support those. I appreciate it, and ask others to do the same. I'm a licensed insurance agent also with over 30 years insurance experience, and I've been in business for over 25 years, helping clients in various arenas. My various areas of expertise include wealth management, so things like managing portfolios, things of that nature, investing, IRAs, 401k plans, portfolios, that kind of stuff. Asset protection, so protecting what people have accumulated. Also asset growth, or growing your assets, which is very important too. You want to grow the assets that you've accumulated in a wise fashion. Financial planning, whether it be basic financial planning or comprehensive financial planning, all different types of insurance, whether it be life insurance, and there are whole lots of different types of life insurance, right? And there are ins and outs to different types of life insurance policies. So if you have any questions, email me, call me, what have you, we'll chat it out. Disability, long-term care insurance, auto, home, business, church, contractors, or what have you, all different areas of insurance. Also, athlete management. I'm an NFLPA registered player financial advisor, so I can help out your athlete, and also in other sports too. So athlete management is athlete management. So, hey, I can help you out in that capacity. And also, state lines don't restrict Burley Insurance and Financial Services, right? So I have clients from the north to the south, to the east, to the west, all over the country. So I'm very, very happy that I'm able to help people out in various arenas, regardless of where they are, okay? Now, the purpose of this podcast is to educate you, to enlighten you, to empower you with clear, objective, unbiased information so you can make great decisions for yourself, for your family, for your church members, for your church, for your business, or whatever, or whomever. It's all about getting clear, good information to you so you can make some good decisions and meet your goals, short-term and long-term goals. All right, so let's get to the podcast. Today's podcast is titled, Which Retirement Plan Fits Best? So now we're going to take a look at this from both angles, from like the employer or the business owner standpoint, and also the employee standpoint, because what I want is for the employer, like I deal with a lot of small businesses, right? So I want the employer to know, hey, these are the main types of retirement plans and which one fits you best. And the employee needs to know also, okay, well, which type of retirement plan does my business owner or my employer have in place so I can take advantage of it, okay? So here we go. There are 3 main retirement plans out there. There are various retirement plans, but these are the 3 main ones that we're going to go over. Most businesses have one of these in place if they have a retirement plan in place. So the first one is the 401k plan. The next one is called a SEP IRA. And the next one is called a simple IRA. Those are the 3 main retirement plans out there for different businesses. Now, each plan has different features and different benefits, okay? Each plan also has different contribution limits. And each plan is suited for a different type of business based on whether the business has employees or not, based on how much they plan to contribute to that plan, the employer or the business owner plans to contribute to the retirement plan, or how much they want their employees to be able to contribute. So those are like some of the key factors as to which plan fits best, okay? So let's take a look at this. We're gonna knock it out the park. Let's take a look. We're gonna knock it out the park. That's my little, I gotta have a little fun here. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. So we're going to knock this out the park. That's our punching bag. that lets us know we're going to knock it out of the park, right? We'll knock it out. All right. So our first plan, the 401k plan, and also the individual 401k plan, the I-401k. That's for individual business owners. You're the sole owner, and you're the one-man shop or one-woman shop, and you want a retirement plan that's a 401k plan. It's called an IK or I-401k plan. All right. Now, these are the most costly plans, and that's mainly due to the annual administration and reporting costs and fees involved in those plans, because those plans have a lot of reporting and some administration. So yeah, those plans could cost you a couple $1,000s a year to maintain. So they cost a little pretty penny, but depends on what type of business you have. If you have employees, how much you want to contribute, that may be the plan for your business. Now, the contribution limit for a 401k plan is $20,500. That's the current contribution limit. Can't contribute more than that to a 401k plan. Now, if you're 50 or older, you can contribute an additional $6,500. It's called a catch-up limit. So you can contribute an additional $6,500 to that plan if you're 50 or older, because the government is saying, all right, you're 50, you need to start putting away some dough, because before long, you're going to be retired, and we want you to build up your retirement savings, okay? So a person who's 50 or older will be able to put away up to $27,000 into a 401k plan. Now, those plans can also implement a matching plan. And by that, what I mean is it matches the contributions of employees up to a percentage of their salary. So the common match is between 3 to 5%. That's what I normally see out there, where, like, say if you make $50,000 a year and the plan has a 5% match, that means if you put away $2,500, 5% of 50,000, they're going to match you and put away $2,500 for you. So by the end of that tax year, you'll have $5,000 contributed to that plan instead of just your $2,500. So that's a great component in those plans. Okay. So that's the 401k plan.
That was easy.
That was easy, right? A little stall action on me right there. So that's the 401k plan. That's one of the main retirement plans that I see businesses have in place for their employees and for the owners of the business. The second main retirement plan I see out there is called a SEP IRA. SEP stands for Simplified Employee Pension, SEP, Simplified Employee Pension. Now, there are no annual fees or administration costs for those plans because they're IRAs. That's a great benefit. So a lot of people like that component. You don't have these high fees because it's just an IRA. It doesn't have these reporting type and administrative type fees tied into them. Now, the contribution limit is pretty high. The contribution limit is $61,000 or 25% of the compensation of the employee, the lesser of those two. That's the catchphrase. It's 25% of the compensation of the employee or $61,000, the lesser of those two. So it's great for high income earners, right? So if you're paying yourself a high salary, that's a great plan to have, because 25% of a high salary, say you're paying yourself $200,000, 25% of that is $50,000, right? So you can put away $50,000. Now, if you want to maximize the plan, $61,000, you would have to pay yourself $244,000, right? Because 4 times 61 is $244,000. So if you did that, then you'd be able to put away the $61,000 into that SEP IRA by maximizing. You don't have to do that, but I'm just saying, if you wanted to maximize it. Now, it's great for, like I said, high income earners and also sole employee owners. Now, here's the catch. It's not a popular plan for businesses that have employees because it's a pension. Remember, I said simplified employee pension. So pensions mean the employer makes all the contributions for the employees. And I haven't had a business owner yet come across my desk that wants to make all of the contributions for their employees to the retirement plan. They want employees to contribute themselves. And some of them don't even want to match, to tell you the truth, but you have to have that matching component in there on those retirement plans. So yeah, a SEP is not a popular plan for businesses or business owners that have employees, W-2 employees. If it's 1099, that's a different thing. That's not an employee, that's a 1099, which is an independent contractor. But if you have W-2 employees, you have to contribute to their retirement plan for them. And a lot of business owners don't want to do that. So SEP is for basically sole ownership of a business. And you got to remember that 25% contribution limit, 25% of your compensation will reduce the amount that you can put in if you're say basing it on say $100,000, and you're like, well, I want to put away 61,000. Well, if your compensation from the business is just 100,000, the most you can put away that tax year is $25,000, right? So you gotta think about that. Okay, so there we go.
That was easy.
That was easy. Okay, so that's the SEP IRA. Our next popular plan, number 3, retirement plan I see out there is the simple IRA. And this one doesn't have any fees either for administration and reporting because it's an IRA, right? Just like the SEP IRA. Simple stands for Savings Incentive Match Plan for Employees. Simple, Savings Incentive Match Plan, PL, for employees, right? So that plan is a very good plan also. The contribution limit on that plan is up to $14,000. That's the max. But here's the great thing. There's no 25% limit. So let me give you an example. You can put away all of your income from a business into a simple IRA up to $14,000. But with a SEP IRA, it's just 25%. So here's an example. Say, for instance, you pay yourself $20,000 from your business. With a SEP IRA, you'd be able to put away $5,000 into the plan, right? Because 25% of $20,000 is $5,000. That would be your max. Versus with a simple IRA, you'd be able to put away $14,000 into the simple IRA because the cap is $14,000 and there's no percentage situation there. So that's knocking it out the park. Okay, I love that. All right. So that's a great advantage. Okay. Also, you can implement a matching plan with a simple IRA. So that's a great thing too. You can put a matching plan in there and have matching with your simple IRA. Great thing. Okay. Now, it's a very popular plan for small business owners. And truthfully, that's the plan I normally open up when people call. That's normally the plan that fits their situation for 4 main reasons. The first reason is there are no administrative costs. So people like that there's no administrative costs or reporting fees and things of that nature for setting up those plans. Number 2, a small business owner has normally they're not contributing more than $14,000. So $14,000 is a good amount for people to contribute as a small business owner normally. Now, if you're 50 or older, there's a catch-up provision in a simple IRA too. You can put away an additional $3,000 into a simple IRA if you're 50 or older. So your limit increases from $14,000 to $17,000, right? So you can put away up to $17,000 in a simple IRA if you're 50 or older, and you can implement a matching plan through these plans also, just like I said before. You can, well, I don't think I mentioned that. You can put a matching plan on the simple IRA too, 3% or what have you. So that's a great component of the simple IRA. Point number 3, it's not a pension type plan. So you're not responsible for contributing, making all the contributions for your employees. So that's another great reason why people or small business owners like the simple IRA. No reporting or administrative costs, right? It has a pretty decent limit, $14,000. That's a pretty good amount. And most people, small business owners, aren't putting away more than that. Has an additional $3,000 you could put on if you're 50 or older. It's not a pension type plan. That's number 3. Number 4, it's easy to set up. They're very easy to set up. So those are like the main 3 reasons, the 3 main reasons people like simple IRAs. And those are the ones I set up mostly for clients. Every now and then I'll get someone who says, hey, they want to put away a larger amount, but then you get into those administrative costs. And then also there's a certain amount you have to put away for employees. If you're trying to max the plan as a business owner, it leaves you on the hook for contributing some more for your employees too. Can't get too much into that. That's the administrative side. But yeah, it depends on what you're trying to do as to which plan is best for you. Okay, so
That was easy.
that was easy. I got to put some more batteries in that thing. It's a little slow on the uptake. Okay. Okay, so that is it for today's podcast. I just wanted to go over those 3 main retirement plans, and you can figure out, okay, which plan is best for me based on what Ernest just said. And as an employee of the company, now you have some more information about it and say, okay, how can I best maximize or take advantage of this retirement plan for my benefits so I can supplement my retirement and plan for the long term. So there you go. Now let's recap it real quick. So the recap is there are 3 main retirement plans for businesses: the 401k plan, the SEP IRA, and the simple IRA. Those are the 3 main plans. Okay. Now, takeaways. the main takeaways, I think there are mainly two main takeaways here. Well, a lot of takeaways, all that information we just discussed about the three different plans, but some of the main takeaways regarding what type of plan is best for a business is how much do people plan to contribute to the plan? And that's mainly the business owner, because the business owner is the one who decides which kind of plan they want to put in place. So how much is that business owner wanting to contribute to the plan for their own retirement? Then the employees get to take advantage of that too. And then also, do they have employees or not? Because that's a big deciding factor as to whether you are going to have which plan versus the other plan. How many employees do you have, or do you have employees at all? More so, do you have employees at all? Okay. Those are two main takeaways. I thank you guys for listening. I thank you for tuning in every week. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the great feedback. I get email comments and people call saying that they listen to the podcast and that they've gotten various information, good information. And like I said, there are different podcasts. So I ask that you inform others about the podcast and ask them to do the same, and so on and so on and so on. Just share the link with them. All of my podcasts are on YouTube. So ask people to go to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Ernest Burley Jr., very easy to find. And subscribe. Please subscribe when you go to the channel so we can get our subscribers up and get them through the roof, because I think it's some great information on there. There are a lot of different podcasts on there addressing different topics, everything from insurance to real estate, whether you should pay your mortgage off early or not, whether you should finance your car or lease the car, a business ownership, entrepreneurship, how to be a great employee, how to interview. I mean, just a lot of different podcasts on there to address different type situations that I think will be helpful for you. And I have some small little snippets on there, 1-minute snippets that address various topics too, if you don't want to sit through a podcast. Podcasts aren't long though. I mean, they're normally 15, 20 minutes or what have you, but I have some 1-minute snippets that kind of address some things really quickly also. So please subscribe to the podcast, ask others to check out the podcast and subscribe also. If you want to connect with me, very easy to do. My email address is my first name at my full name.com. Very easy. So it's Ernest at ernestburleyjr.com. That's ERNEST at ERNESTBURLEYJR.com. Or you can contact my firm at 301-262-2600. Again, that's 301-262-2600. And that's it for today's podcast. Now, since I talked about investing and financial planning and all this other kind of stuff, I do have to read my disclosure. Okay, so here we go. Burley Insurance and Financial Services Incorporated, 13621 Annapolis Road in Bowie, Maryland. That's where my firm is located. Even though I have clients all over the country, my firm is located in Maryland, just outside DC, but I have clients from California to Arizona to Florida, Georgia, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, all over the country. So state lines don't restrict us from helping people across the country. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc. is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group, Inc. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Past performance does not guarantee future performance. All the views expressed are those of Ernest Burley Jr., myself, and Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc., and not those of Next Financial Group, Inc. Next Financial Group, Inc. does not provide tax advice. There you go. That's my disclosure. So here we go. That is it for today's podcast. I hope you enjoy. I hope you got some good information. Hope you spread it to others and ask them to spread it to others, your friends, your family, your church members, your employees, your cohorts, your acquaintances, everybody. And so, you know, we can get that information out there, and also share the link to my YouTube channel so they can click around. And I had a couple of people call me today and they were like, yeah, I clicked around and I saw some different topics in there that were very helpful. So I love that. I love that. That's what this is all about: empowering you, educating you, and enlightening you with clear, objective information so you can make some great decisions for yourself and for your family, for your church, for your business, or what have you. Okay, that's it. So until next time, this is Ernest Burley Jr. signing off, your certified financial planner, your NFLPA registered player financial advisor, your investment advisor representative, your author of 2 books on money management. There we go. Signing off until next time.
That was easy.
That was easy. Y'all take care and be safe out there, okay?